Hello, family of the Eternal Tribute channel. It is with sadness in my heart that I come to inform you of the passing of these famous legends in the last 24 hours. And today, we will pay a beautiful tribute to these incredible people. First, I ask for your thumbs up as thanks and tribute. It is with great sadness in the heart that we inform you of the death of Melinda Ledbetter Wilson, the longtime wife of Beach Boys founder Brian Wilson, who helped guide his personal and career resurgence and was played by Elizabeth Banks in the 2014 biopic Love and Mercy. Died Tuesday. She was 77. Her husband revealed the news in a touching social media post. "My heart is broken," Wilson wrote. "Our 5 children and I are just in tears. We are lost. Melinda was more than my wife. She was my savior. She gave me the emotional security I needed to have a career." He added in a subsequent post, "She was my anchor. She was everything for us." Born on October 3, 1946, in Pueblo, CO. Ledbetter Wilson had a long career in modeling and met Wilson in the mid-1980s. While working at a car dealership, they began dating. But she was dismayed by what she perceived as the control that Eugene Landy, the psychologist, whose controversial therapy met. They reconnected after a chance meeting and would marry in February 1995. In the interim, the state had barred Landy from any further contact with Wilson, who had struggled with mental illness since the mid-1960s. During their time together, Ledbetter Wilson drove her husband to reclaim his career and legacy. After not releasing an album since 1988, Wilson made a dozen of them from 1995 to 2021. Among them was 2004's Brian Wilson Presents Smile, which was the finished product of the legendary Pet Sounds Follow You. Along with Wilson, she is survived by their 5 adopted children. Former Queens City Councilman Paul Beasley, a member of a long line of local leading public servants, died unexpectedly Saturday evening. He was 56. Vallone, who was currently serving as New York City's Veterans Services Deputy Commissioner, suffered a fatal heart attack at his home and was rushed to a Flushing hospital, but could not be revived, sources close to his family told the Post on Sunday. The married father of 3 was upbeat and happy the day before he died. Queens Civic Congress President Warren Schreiber told the Queens Chronicle, "It's a big blow to the community," Schreiber said. Recalling Vallone as a good friend, Vallone served on the city council from 2014 through 2021, 3 terms which were dominated by a dedication to furthering education in Queens District 19. He also helped bring the free senior transportation program to District 19, a benefit that shuttles seniors to and from medical appointments at no cost. According to the Chronicle, Vallone came from a line of city public servants stretching back over half a century. His grandfather, Charles Vallone, served as a Queens judge, and his father, Peter Vallone, served as the Speaker of the City Council. Vallone's brother, Peter Jr., served on the City Council and is a judge. Vallone is survived by his wife, Anna Marie, and 3 children, Katina, Lee and Charlie. In Carnahan, who was appointed to the U.S. Senate after Missouri voters elected her late husband to the seat, died Tuesday night in hospice care in Creve Coeur after a short illness. She was 90. Carnahan was Missouri's first female U.S. Senator and the wife of two-term Gov. Mel Carnahan. He died in a plane crash as the Democratic Senate nominee just 3 weeks before the 2000 election. She was then appointed to the Senate by Roger Wilson, the Democrat who moved up from lieutenant governor to serve the final few weeks of Mel Carnahan's last term. The Jefferson County crash, in which son Randy Carnahan and top aide Chris Sifford also died, began one of the most dramatic episodes in Missouri political history, drawing national attention. A week before the election, Jean Carnahan announced she would accept Wilson's appointment should voters elect her husband posthumously over Republican incumbent John Ashcroft. She was obviously grieving terribly, but she had a sense of his calling and felt the need to do whatever she could to advance the things he believed in. Jean Carnahan served 2 years in the Senate before losing a bid for election in her own right to Republican Jim Talent. After leaving office, she lived in Clayton, continued to be active in Democratic affairs, and wrote several books. Mom passed peacefully after a long and rich life. Her 3 surviving children said in a statement Tuesday, she was a fearless trailblazer. She was brilliant, compassionate, and dedicated to her family and her fellow Missourians. Jean Carnahan grew up in Washington, D.C. The daughter of a plumber and a hairdresser, she met her future husband, the son of a U.S. representative from southern Missouri, while they were in high school together. Legendary Auburn wide receiver and college football Hall of Fame member Terry Beasley died at his Moody home Wednesday evening. Al.com single quotes as Carol Robinson confirmed with St. Clair County Coroner Dennis Russell. Beasley's death is currently being investigated as a possible suicide. According to Moody Police Chief Reese Smith, officers were dispatched to his residence around 5:20 p.m. tonight. He was found deceased inside the residence from an apparent self-inflicted gunshot wound. This case is still under investigation, and our thoughts are with the Beasley family at this time, Smith added. Beasley was 73. Beasley was born in Montgomery and played at Auburn from 1968 to 1971, alongside Heisman Trophy-winning quarterback Pat Sullivan. Beasley was drafted in the first round of the 1972 NFL Draft and played from 1972 to 1975 with the San Francisco 49ers. Paired with Sullivan, Beasley made up one half of one of college football's greatest pass combinations. The National Football Foundation writes of Beasley, who was inducted into the National Football Foundation's Hall of Fame in 2002. As a freshman in 1968, Beasley played on Auburn's freshman team. Before being able to join Auburn's varsity team the next season, he was way ahead of his time, Sullivan once said of Beasley. He was as fast as anyone playing the game. But the thing that really set him apart was that he was awfully strong throughout his playing career. Beasley is believed to have suffered at least 19 concussions, which cut his professional career short. In 2013, Beasley spent the better part of a month in an intensive care unit due to health problems Beasley's family believed were linked to the concussions he suffered. During his playing career, Beasley was married to Marlene Beasley, who appeared with Beasley and dozens of other players as plaintiffs in a lawsuit against the NFL, which noted he suffered multiple past traumatic brain injuries with symptoms including, but not limited to, memory loss, headaches, anxiety, and sleeplessness.